Intel Core 2 Duo 120 gigabyte mechanical hard drive. Intel Media Accelerator.
Linux.
4 gigabytes of DDR3. Those are some words that I just said from my mouth right now. And those words are words that you would not typically associate with a gaming computer. This Fujitsu Lifebook is from 2008, and most certainly was never meant for gaming, especially now in modern times, and especially considering that when I got it, it had a smashed apart screen. I've got this bad habit of trying to save tech that's destined for the scrap pile and trying to find a use for it. So I did, and it really wasn't worth buying a new screen for this computer, so I cut it in half, and I put duct tape on the edge so I won't cut my hands. And instead, I spent money on a retro sticker pack and coated the palm rest with it to make it look like a retro gaming console. I don't mean to brag, well, actually I do, but this Samsung SyncMaster Pro monitor that I bought for $5 is awesome for retro gaming. It has a resolution of 1280 by 1024 and a maximum refresh rate of 75 Hz, which was quite impressive considering that this monitor is from 2005. Retro games often don't need super high performance hardware, so while I could upgrade the computer to 8GB of RAM and an SSD, it's not really necessary for the types of games I want to run. Many people might run retro games on a single board computer like a Raspberry Pi, but a Raspberry Pi can often be more expensive than a broken old computer, which you could possibly find for free or really cheap at a garage sale. In my opinion, a Raspberry Pi is only worth it if you need the GPIO pins for a project, or if you need something that needs to be really energy efficient, which this Fujitsu is not. As for the operating system, I'll be using Batocera, which is based off of Linux. It was working quite well, but I made a poor decision. I decided to update to a newer version. I would see the boot screen, but it wouldn't load into the OS. I went through many trials and tribulations trying to get it to work. I tried re-imaging the newest version, but that didn't work. I was also suggested to try Batocera version 29, which that worked, but it ended up having many issues, although I was able to play a few games on it. Eventually, I settled on going back to version 37, which I had in the first place. If you want to see how all that went, I'll have a separate video on that. Now that I've got this machine all sorted, I'll try out some games. Amoeba Jump is a pretty simple platformer where you try to gain the most height without falling off. This is the type of game that's pretty relaxing and casual without being overstimulating. They got Halo 2600, although I believe this is a recreation of the original 1977 version. This game has a crazy amount of violence. Oh my gosh. I just got a gun. This game is so violent, I can't show this here. Oh. There's Laser Eagle from the Commodore 64. I tried Fix-It Felix, which is actually not a real arcade game but based on a fictional arcade game. Ironically, that one didn't work. I tried Famicom Fighters, but that one didn't work either. I tried Doom, and that one worked very well. I'd say that one is one of my favorite games that comes with the software. Okay, so I'm able to play Doom. There's Mario Wars. This one can be a 2-player game, but right now I'm playing with a bot.
Oh, you got him.
And there are also so many other games that can be downloaded through the software store. There's also a way to install old DOS and arcade games, but downloading ripped games made 30 years ago by a company that no longer exists is evil and illegal. So whatever you do, don't ever go to this website and download a whole bunch of classic 80s and 90s games and then go and install it on Batocera and play it for free. That would be very, very mean. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't be a meanie.